Alex Cobb's velocity spike in 2022 was no easy going. It was after 2 years of training with Bill Hezel, now the Marlins director of pitching, where Cobb saw after 1 year some improvement with the Angels, and after that second year, a huge velocity spike in his mid-30s with the San Francisco Giants. Bill Hezel deserves the credit. While I worked with Cobb on pitch design, Bill is the one who improved his mechanics and saw a complete overhaul in how Cobb moved down the mound. In 2018 to 2020, Cobb's velocity stagnated, and it almost seemed as if he might be out of the league soon. Having always dealt with injuries, the idea that a player would go into the offseason and look to improve might be quite counterintuitive relative to covering them with bubble wrap. But Cobb had a different process and a different mindset with what he wanted out of the game. Cobb's improvements weren't just about throwing harder, they were about optimizing every aspect of his movement patterns, specifically moving faster down the mound. But overall, his entire mechanical arsenal, if you look at the lower half, upper half, rotational, linear, arm angle, arm path, all of it improved for Cobb, including his sinker. His sinker has seen its stuff plus improve dramatically with this new refinement. Cobb has positioned himself with how good his stuff is that last season he threw just 17 innings and was constantly injured, yet he still secured a big 1-year payday because his potential at the end of the day is higher than that of a number 3 starter when he is healthy. And that is due to his velocity increases and his arsenal optimization. But most importantly, and I mean this very literally, Cobb is one of the best human beings I've ever met and one of the best human beings in baseball. Seeing the bigger picture in a way that this is not just something you put at the end of the credit roll to talk about somebody. Cobb is a genuinely good dude and one of the absolute most self-aware and understanding as to how much the fame actually means and what this game and what his life is really about. It is an honor to have been around him, and he was asking questions about myself that I had never had big leaguers care to consider. And for that, Cobb deserves probably more credit than anything, and it's why him being good at baseball deserves to be talked about, simply because it gives an excuse to talk about him and talk about who he is as a person, because he is one of the best human beings you will ever meet.